New notification. Now broadcasting. New notification. Game invitation sent.
Got him again.
It's called the greatest setting in college football, and even if the skies open up, that pales in comparison to the purple rain that will be unleashed by the home-standing Washington Huskies. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the California Golden Bears, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another battle this week, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Collins, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week.
Work and get a third, boy.
Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. While the Big Ten is expanding with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So on the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today. And on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup of this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to get them in a way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On the move. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? A run for the quarterback. Turning it on. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Well, this guy's a weapon throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Brought down at the 32-yard line, picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. The Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. And off from the shotgun. Not much there on the line. He gets one to the 31.
You definitely commit to the run game. You want to establish a run game on the defense to deliver. But if it doesn't work, it'll end up
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash.
And the Golden Bears will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Wide out trying to get it in. Crisp execution into the passing game, and they got it down to the 3. The Golden Bears are in the hurry-up. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cal!
This defense has a handful in this game because of what you saw right here. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
And it goes through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down there first drive and score a touchdown. So right away you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
The play action fake. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for goals against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. If you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Extending the play. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you've got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times, and that was it. He loses the football. And the punt team able to smack it to the ground.
I think this team is going to want to think twice about whether or not they want to kick to this guy again. He's just got way too much speed. If you don't get him down the first time, this guy can kill you.
Leaves it with the running back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Man, who says you can't run the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Quickly complete. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
This defense standing tall, trying to get the stop on 3rd and goal after having their backs against the wall. Looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They didn't quite get that run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, Husky. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
We just got caught, President.
This offense making no bones about it. We're going to be aggressive. We get the ball down the red zone, 4th and goal, Palmer. Stay aggressive. They run the football, and they get the touchdown.
And that's the shocking thing, Dave, is that 4th down, they have supreme confidence in this offensive line to win up front, one-on-one, get some push, and then how about the ball carrier just finding his way into the end zone?
Time for one more snap at the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the 1st quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They want to run this quarterback. And he'll be
Goose again.
That quarterback can go just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive line. chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine, but then it's scramble plays.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. Oh, what a cut. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to win the field position with the return.
And once the QB left the pocket, it felt like he was locking in on his dude. His playmaker out wide. The defense knew it. Nice job taking the big playmaker away, breaking on the football, and going making a big INT for this defense.
They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Going to the running game. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in the team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in the gaps. Everybody knows where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He's got it in the flat.
You got
And he was
power.
fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that run.
They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. It's complete.
Yeah, my
And
body
the
got
defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money day. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages, it tells a huge story and it goes a long way in deciding how to do football.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Hand off from the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer with Pater. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Buys a little time with his feet. Got his man out of the backfield.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down and try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that, they take the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Illinois. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys are keeping an eye on it for us. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Send the tight end in motion. Back to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I gotta go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Bring it in. He's going to run it. Still on his feet at the 40. Oh, he's got some space. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took him to the house, but they got him at the 24. Down to 2 minutes to play. The referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout. And the Golden Bears will have it 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Got enough space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution to drive by that offense.
Now they line up what they think is automatic. And with the extra point, they're up 14 to 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff return. He'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time left in the hand here. They will want to be efficient in the final 2 minutes. A quick pass to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Scrambling away. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. Outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away, knowing you still have a chance to get this first down.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete.
Well, I think on that right, you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job picking up the first down.
Off-play action on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Defense got him. They're on the run.
And that's fumbles in consecutive weeks. Coaches don't like that. They start to, you know what happens is the trust factor goes out the window. I don't want to run you as much because I can't trust you as much, especially in big spots. Got to hold on to that football.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And he makes the catch at the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
And that is such a dangerous throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
So after the huge chunk play, they've got it 1st and goal from the 10. This is a design run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Here comes the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3-spot before the break. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Absolutely perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second. That late-and-a-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Makes a move.
Nope.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard
Almost.
line, and I think he was about a step or so from breaking that one. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Golden Bears will try to keep this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Huskies having time to make this defense bound in Washington. Tight game as we start the third quarter. We'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime. And get the ball from the stretch.
Fuck out of here, boys!
Make a statement, make the adjustments to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half. Get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get it, stop, and change the complexity of this game.
After the incompletion, it's second and 10 from their own 25. Here comes Johnson. He'll toss it. And this will be stopped for no gain.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this game, one of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's susceptible against the run this season, but this offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised. But now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? So far, not a lot of success.
Might be changing the route. On third and ball, trying to convert through the air. Makes the grab outside. They'll work him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
Back open in the middle. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally. They understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really...
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown!
it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense. Wrap him up, get him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback. This freshman makes a stop after a short gain.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, they're not as big and not as physical as runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. Moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the quarterback.
Quarterback keeps it. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. And the Golden Bears come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He just shanked that one.
Shanked that
He
one.
won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They even things up the last time and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top of this drive.
Ooh, that nigga's neck should have been broken.
This offense can get after you in a variety of ways in the running game, and one of the ways they do it is by using their wide receivers on jet sweeps. Good example right there.
After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Back to pass. Rush is on him. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as a completion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another day.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it.
They never took that long coverage.
3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball in your ears quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. And he's brought down.
Jump down now, dog.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the ground.
The follow.
Down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn into a score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And the Huskies pounding the rock to move the sticks now back to work. Tight end now in motion. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Huskies! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the single back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
The screen, and watch out. There he goes. And it was out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple of shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Quarterback will keep it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield. He just decided to take off.
The Golden Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another game.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. He took a hit as he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. This is making a field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on 4th down. Calls his own number.
Got it.
Move the chains with the 1st down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter.
Gates.
We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Time is running out if they're going to cut into the deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He'll take it himself. Brings into the open. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And RD has completely changed the game. Like now it's a level of football. Quarterback just to get it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much that he's not. He's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Gonna run it. It's down. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut that off of that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. This quarterback part of their running game. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cal!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs and the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. North Texas has the lead right now. The good folks in Denton have been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 10 over Florida Atlantic. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash, the American, you should know.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let me know when it goes fine. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and lining up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Many of these guys are dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive.
And so far, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything as success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quick completion on the out route. Good pick up, a little bit short of sticks.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out, bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, get some safety help as well. Because right now, they do not have the answer for this game.
The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Using the quick game. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Man, tough on the defense. They're third down, end zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback. They're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly. The throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there. It's now a fresh set of downs.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. The pitch to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but more than that.
Man, not much wiggle for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive line who's got backwards and makes some holes?
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Looking to fire. Gets it to the back. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
Bang, money down, third down. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see his extra playmaker, extra guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Takes the easy one to the back. That one takes it
Pop that
down
ball,
to the
dog.
20-yard line.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting him get some positive yards.
And the Huskies line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He might want another play. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Big time kick right there, man. 4th quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. You got to get a stop or 2 more, and you can get the dub in this one.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Going right to work up top. Makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play to pick up a few.
It's definitely a wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top.
God damn, you can't make no regular throw, dog. This guy can't make that one regular throw, dog.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? He's
Damn.
right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down. It'll be 4. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Can't make fucking one throw, dog.
And the Golden Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
Come on, run, cat, rack that, nigga, rack that.
Money, you just have to make that catch.
Can't trust you worth a shit, nigga.
Felt freaked out on that one. You're in the
Rack that, bitch.
They're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. They're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force it.
Turning it on. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
The speed of these quarterbacks has just gotten insane. Week in, week out, you're facing so many guys that can just pick them up and put them down and chew up 15 yards like it's nothing.
And they can make the throws, too. We call them dual threats, but really you have to be able to do both in this era of football.
Yeah, and it used to be one or the other. You had a guy that could really, really run. You had a guy that could throw. Now, they're all packaged into one, and it's just, man, it's a headache.
To the air on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He'll try to do it himself. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting the fourth quarter, one possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's the luxury this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry to still run the football, be successful. Great chance right now knocking on the door to take the lead.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Got room to work. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down. Stops the clock and has them on the move, trying to get the late score.
Nice job by the quarterback and his awareness right there. Understanding they're down, they need to save clock. So on the design QB run, getting out of bounds. They're going to need this guy to throw it and run it to come back and win this game.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Quarterback keeper. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring a touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go. And now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. They're going out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. Ichacho. Offense uses the timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing. Find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's taking a deep shot. Touchdown, Husky. They move on top here in the fourth.
Big-time players make big plays in big games. In that kind of situation, that far away from the end zone, there's only one guy on this offense that was going to get the football. He's able to take his entire team, put them on his shoulders. With only seconds to go, they've taken the lead.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and it's going to
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field. Seemingly it will. ball, running the ball. But David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this is more your cup of tea.
More defense options. You really get too much of that stuff, but listen, you gotta get a few stops late in the game. You gotta get one section. You gotta one stop if it's important being scored. You got to stop late. That's why you got the dub.
Thanks so much for spending some time with for David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Thank you.